You probably think your dog has already forgotten the moment you left them alone longer than you meant to, the sharp word that came out wrong, the evening you were too exhausted to give them what they needed. You moved on by morning. But here's what the science actually shows: your dog didn't. Not because they hold grudges. Not because they're waiting to punish you. But because the bond between a dog and their person runs deeper than most owners ever realize. And what your dog has been quietly storing all this time will change the way you see every moment you share with them. Stay with me, because what's coming at number 4 is the one that stops people completely. Point 1. Your dog remembers experiences, not just commands. For a long time, the assumption was simple. Dogs learn through repetition. Reward, repeat, associate. They build habits. They don't hold memories the way we do. Then a researcher named Claudia Fogazza at Yavuz University in Budapest ran an experiment that quietly changed everything. She had dogs watch their owners perform a simple action, then asked them to copy it after an unexpected delay. No warning. No cue that a test was coming. Just, do what you saw. The dogs could still do it. Her findings, published in Current Biology, revealed that dogs possess what scientists call episodic-like memory. They aren't just storing commands or routines. They are recording experiences, the emotional texture of moments, and holding on to them. The afternoon something frightened them on a walk they've done 100 times. The evening you sat down on the floor and just held them. The moment your voice went sharp over something that had nothing to do with them. You may not remember any of it. They do. Point 2. Your dog remembers the feeling of you. We tend to assume our dogs recognize us the way we recognize each other, by face, by name, by sight. But the most powerful thread running through your dog's memory isn't visual at all. It's scent. And scent is wired directly into emotion. Alexandra Horowitz, who runs the Dog Cognition Lab at Barnard College, has shown that a dog's sense of smell connects almost instantly to the regions of the brain that handle both emotion and memory. Where you process the world primarily through your eyes, your dog processes and stores it through their nose. So when you walk back through the door, your dog isn't only seeing you. They are reading a scent record of your entire day, and layered beneath it, every feeling they have ever attached to you. Comfort. Safety. The particular calm of being near you. Your dog remembers the feeling of you long after the specific moment that created it has passed. And that feeling, built over months, over years, is not something that disappears easily. Point 3. Your dog knows when you've been gone too long. You've probably seen it. The dog already waiting at the door before you've pulled into the driveway. The one at the window, watching, minutes before you arrive. Researchers at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences studied how dogs respond to being left alone for different lengths of time. They found that dogs greeted their owners far more intensely after longer absences than shorter ones. The dogs weren't simply reacting to the fact of separation. They were registering how long it had lasted. Part of how they track this is through scent. As your smell gradually fades from the rooms across the day, it functions like an invisible clock your dog can read. Your dog is not idle while you are gone. They are measuring. Holding a memory of your ordinary presence and noticing the precise moment it runs out. The late return. The missed routine. The day everything felt different and you never knew they noticed. They noticed. Point 4. Your dog is watching how people treat you. This is the one that stops most people. At Kyoto University, researcher Hitomi Chijiwa and her colleagues ran an experiment that had nothing to do with how strangers treated the dog. Instead, dogs watched as a person either helped their owner with a task or coldly refused to. Afterward, both people offered the dog a treat. The dogs who had watched someone refuse to help their owner were noticeably less willing to accept anything from that person. The study, published in Animal Behavior, showed that dogs form social judgments of humans based on how those humans behave toward the people they love. Your dog remembers the person who raised their voice inside your home, the visitor who made the room go tense, the one who was dismissive to you at the door and never once acknowledged the dog. Your dog filed it. And the next time that person reaches out their hand, your dog already knows. Your dog is not only bonded to you, they are loyal to you. And loyalty, in a dog, has a very long memory. Point 5. A single moment can stay with them for years. You've seen the aftermath without always knowing the cause. The dog who stops at a certain corner for no reason you can name. The flinch when you move too quickly. The room they began avoiding after one ordinary afternoon. Neuroscientist Gregory Burns at Emory University was among the first to scan the brains of fully awake, willing dogs using MRI technology. He found that the amygdala, the region that stores fear and threat, fires sharply during a single frightening experience. And the memory it lays down doesn't fade the way ordinary memories do. Your dog cannot reason their way out of it. They don't know the slammed door was an accident. They don't know your sharp tone was about your day and had nothing to do with them. Their brain simply files the moment. But here is what matters most. That memory is not permanent in the way you fear. A dog can flinch and still love you completely. The body remembers long before the heart catches up, and the body can be taught again. Not through a grand gesture. Your dog doesn't need a speech. They need calm, steady repetition. The same gentle hand. The same quiet voice. One ordinary moment after another, telling their nervous system, that's over now. This is who I am. Do that consistently, and something shifts. The old memory doesn't disappear, a new one simply grows beside it, steadier and louder, until that's the one they reach for first. Point 6. Your dog never really forgets you. We worry about this more than we admit. The dog rehomed young. The long stretch apart we couldn't avoid. The weeks someone else looked after them while we were gone. We tell ourselves they'll move on. That out of sight means out of mind. It doesn't. Research published in Animal Cognition shows that dogs retain recognition of the people they've bonded with for years, holding on to a familiar voice and scent long after a separation that would feel like a lifetime to them. Your dog is not a clean slate every morning. They are carrying you. Every evening you came home tired and sat with them anyway. Every soft word you said without thinking. Every moment of gentleness you've already forgotten. You forgot. They kept it. So on the days you feel like you haven't been enough for your dog, understand this. Somewhere in that quiet, watchful mind is a record of you at your very best. A version of you they have never once stopped trusting. That is what your dog remembers. Not your worst moments. You. If this video gave you something, hit like and subscribe. We cover what your dog's behavior actually means, not what we assume it means. And drop a comment below telling us the one moment with your dog you hope they're still holding on to. We read every single one.